Week 18 is officially over now, and as I'm recording this, the playoff bracket was just released this morning. So I'm just going to do my picks. And disclaimer, I do not watch much of the NFL. I'm a Falcons fan, so I watch their games. Basically nothing else, though. I'm a college football fan, so take these picks with a grain of salt. All right, so for the first matchup, we've got the Minnesota Vikings and the LA Rams. And I think I'm just going to pick the Vikings in this game. You know, when they played the Falcons, they absolutely cooked them. Sam Darnold, amazing quarterback, came out of the mud this year, really stepped up. They've got an amazing wide receiving core, Justin Jefferson. So I think that they will definitely defeat the Rams in this matchup. All right, so for the second matchup, we have Washington and Tampa Bay. For this one, I will be choosing the Washington Commanders. They've got a great quarterback, Jaden Daniels. That one reception I saw, it went mega viral. Hail Mary win. That was pretty cool. The Tampa Bay Bucks. I'm a little biased because Falcons fan in the same division, and they barely beat out the Falcons, which is saying something because the Falcons are terrible. So I think definitely Washington will beat them. Just all around a better team. All right, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. For this one, I think it will be close. I feel like these teams are pretty decently matched, but I do think that the Eagles will win this matchup. Saquon Barkley, obviously goated. Jalen Hurts is very consistent, performs well. I know that he had a concussion, and I think as of filming, we are still unsure about what exactly is going to happen with that. But hopefully, they can clear that up, and the Eagles will go far. All right, Chargers and Texans. I'm going to say Chargers in this matchup, definitely. Jim Harbaugh, amazing coach, brought Michigan to the Natty. A little bit of a scandal, but we'll ignore that, I guess. Creative plays. I think they had the first free kick in like 50 years in NFL history, which is pretty cool. Texans, they're a good team as well. CJ Stroud, good quarterback. So once again, it will be a pretty close matchup, but I do think the Chargers have a slight edge over the Texans. Okay, the next matchup is the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to pick the Ravens, and this is a pretty obvious one. I think the Steelers are not clutch at all. They've lost, I think, 4 games in a row. As of recording this, washed up quarterback Lamar Jackson on the Ravens. He's an amazing quarterback, MVP prospect. He's probably going to win it all. Derrick Henry, dominant, overall good receivers. I don't think this one will be close. It's going to be a Ravens win. The Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos. So I just watched a horrific game yesterday with the Broncos and the Chiefs, and the Broncos just absolutely wiped out the Chiefs. But that is not going to continue because Bo Nix, he's not as experienced as Josh Allen, and Josh Allen has just been extremely dominant this season. And for that reason, I believe that Buffalo is going to win. And I think they're going to go far as well. All right, we've got the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. I think that the Lions, they've been elite all season, okay? Everyone knows this. Great coach. And I just have a gut feeling that, the Lions will win this matchup. And, last night they actually played each other, the Lions and the Vikings. The Lions did win. So I think there might be a little bit of a revenge game type thing going on. But I still think that the Lions can definitely overcome the Vikings. Okay, Eagles over Commanders. I like the Eagles in this matchup. It's, I guess, decently even, but they do have the edge. Obviously, we discussed elite receiving class, great quarterback, all that stuff. So the Eagles will win. All right, the Chiefs and the Chargers. Okay, very controversial team. The Chiefs, they've been great all season. Some might say a little bit lucky. I'm not going to get into that really. I think Mahomes, he's well rested. He's been, he hasn't been playing for the past few games. They're very experienced Super Bowl winners. They might three-peat this year. Who knows? So I definitely do think that they will beat the Chargers in this matchup. All right, the next one is the Bills and the Ravens. And this one, I think, is going to be a very good game. of course, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, both basically battling for MVP right now. And so, I do like the Bills, okay? I like them in this matchup just because, Josh Allen, I think he's due. I think he can definitely deliver the Bills their first championship, which is why I think I'm going to pick the Bills over the Ravens here. And I do think it is definitely a safe pick, I guess. It could be either way, but that's just what I'm choosing. Detroit Lions and Philadelphia Eagles. I like the Detroit Lions in this matchup. I've already explained. Great coach, great team. And obviously the Eagles, they also have a great coach and great team. But I think, after last year's playoff run, the Detroit Lions, they definitely want it more. Right. So this is going to be a repeat of a previous matchup, the Bills and the Chiefs. Bills, former only people to ever decrown the Chiefs before, obviously, the Broncos. But, I'm kind of discounting that because they didn't have any of their, starting players on the team. So the Bills, I think they can do it again. They've done it once. They can repeat it. I do think that the Chiefs' luck has run out and they won't three-peat. They will not be the first NFL team to three-peat. The Bills will win this matchup. All right, the Super Bowl matchup is going to be the Lions and the Bills. So, Lions, I think they got pretty badly snubbed last year, right? Everyone saw that horrible ref call. I don't really want to comment on it too much. Both of them, fun fact, have never won a Super Bowl in their entire career. Bills went to 4 straight Super Bowls and lost all 4 of them. Lions have never even been in a Super Bowl. So this will definitely be a groundbreaking matchup, but I do think that the Lions will win it. So that's just my picks, okay? Like, obviously, I said in the beginning of the video, I'm not as experienced as someone who, watches the NFL religiously. So, once again, take these picks with a grain of salt. This is just what I think is going to happen as someone who's not necessarily as experienced. And, maybe throughout the playoffs, we can do other videos and revisit these picks to see what happened, what was right, and what was wrong. And, maybe I'll get a perfect bracket. Who knows? Probably because I'm just a genius.